Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. Today we're doing chapter 3, verse 39. Okay, let me drag this out of the way. Okay. So in 3.36, Arjun had asked Bhagwan Sri Krishna, what is it that compels us to do sinful activities even though we know they're wrong? And in the previous verse, two verses, 37 and 38, Bhagavan Shri Krishna had started to explain it. Like in the previous verse 38, he said, as the womb covers the embryo, as fire is covered by smoke, or smoke is covered by fire, or as the mirror is covered by dust, so is the human consciousness covered by lust. So now he's continuing to explain why we're compelled by sin and why. So these are the last. They're today's 39, and this chapter ends at 43. So we're about to be done with this chapter, and he's explaining this why we're compelled by sin. So okay, so let's go into the verse and let's sing it. Yeah, I would encourage you to sing it along with me. If I've not been explicitly saying it, but I've kind of been assuming when I say let's sing it, let us both sing it. But yeah, please do sing along with me if you have not been singing. Avritam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalena cha. Okay, so the translation is, thus the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. So, avritam jnanam etena, covered by pure consciousness, by this pure consciousness, jnanino nityavairina, jnana of the knower by the eternal enemy. So the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy. Kama Rupena Kaunteya. Kaunteya is O son of Kunti, which is Arjun. Kama Rupena, in the form of lust. So this pure consciousness is covered by this. The pure consciousness of the knower, of the wise person, is covered by this, by the eternal enemy in the form of lust, O Arjun. Dushpure Purenalena cha Dushpurenale Kamarupena Kaunteya Dushpurenalena cha. Okay. Never to be satisfied by the fire also. So, thus the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by this eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. So here, both Srila Prabhupada as well as Chaitanya Prabhu talk about the shackles of sex, like specifically sex. And what I like about Swami Mukundanand is he talks about lust not just in terms of sexual desire, but he talks about lust in terms of just any desire. He talks about lust in terms of insatiable desire, which never is satisfied and burns like. So the translations, the knowledge of even the most discerning gets covered by this perpetual enemy in the form of insatiable desire, which is never satisfied and burns like fire, O Arjun. So Dushpurena means insatiable, Anala means inexhaustible. So desire overpowers the discriminatory power of the wise and lures them to fulfill it. However, the more they attempt to douse the fire of desire, the more strongly it burns. Have you ever had this experience where you decide I don't want to eat or I want to, and the more you fight it, oh, I'm going to talk about this right now. Okay. The more you fight this desire to not eat, the more I found myself, there were times before I went to India, this was about 2 months ago. I was going for midnight runs so many days at night, and I was buying these packets. I'm vegan, mostly I'm vegan. I'm vegetarian, but I'm mostly vegan. So I was buying this packet of 4 ice cream bars, and I was eating all 4 at night every night. It was not good for me. I'm not supposed to be eating sugar at all in the first place. And I was doing that. I could not stop myself. I was eating so much junk and I was not satisfied with anything that I was eating. The ice cream satisfied me a little bit, but I was just not satisfied. And this is recent. Like it just keeps happening. Right now, I'm in a phase where I'm eating a very, very good, healthy diet. And it's not feeling overwhelming, it's feeling kind of easy and effortless. And I think it's because of the chanting that I've been doing, because I've been doing a lot of, a lot more than I was doing earlier. I'm chanting, I'm going to Mangalarti. So I've been making myself go to Mangalarti every morning. And so I sleep sometimes, many times I'll end up sleeping late. So I'll go to the Mangalarti. It's at 5:30. I'll come back home and I'll sleep. But I've been making myself do that. And as I'm doing that, my natural desires to eat has gone down. My natural desire to eat junk has gone down. My diet has reduced. I'm eating less in the first place, but what I'm eating, I'm feeling like eating because it's healthy, because it's good for me. I'm not I'm not even wanting to eat all of that junk anymore. I think there is so much power in chanting and so much power in giving, surrendering to Krishna, and just asking for help, or just surrendering. I'm not even asking for help right now. I'm not even I'm just like I'm trying to do the karma yoga thing where I'm just like I will do whatever I feel um, is the right thing to do, and I'm just going to leave the results to you. Whatever you give me is okay. Whatever you just put whatever you want in my way, that's okay. And sometimes the pain becomes too much, and so I will say to God, God, I think I've reached my limit. I don't think I can do any more of this. This pain is becoming too much for me. Please help. And then He will help. He will help. It is so funny, but He will help. It is not funny, but like it's just almost immediately, like He helps, and the pain goes away, or something happens that I can handle it again. And then it's like, okay, whatever you want me to do, whatever, I am here. I am your instrument. Use me, employ me. I'm here. So yeah, um, I went down. So yeah, basically, if you're trying to fight desire, okay. So there is this example. I was listening to Amrendra Prabhu today, and what he was saying is that we have these little birds of desire in our hearts. These little birds, and we're trying to say, okay, don't eat so much, or don't sleep so much, or don't do this so much, and like all of these are little birds that we're trying to control. These little birds of desire. So what if we have this huge big eagle of desire, and this big eagle of desire is God? I am surrendering to you. I want to surrender at your feet. Please help. Please help me gain bhakti for you. Please help me gain love for you. Please help me not care about anything other than my love for you. If we bring this huge big eagle of desire, then all of these little birds of desire just fly away. They can't stand in front of that eagle. They're going to run away. They're going to fly away. They're going to leave automatically. And I think that's what's happening. So um, yeah, I don't know how I got to that, but basically, yes. So the knowledge, so what Bhagavan Sri Krishna is explaining is when we have this insatiable desire, when we have this lust meaning insatiable desire, lust meaning desire for anything. Lust can be for food or for money or for power or for sex, whatever it is. So the knowledge of the most discerning gets covered by the enemy, this perpetual enemy in the form of desire, which is never satisfied and burns like fire. Okay, now he'll continue to explain more, and yeah, I hope this helped. Wish you all a very, very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.